Hello SLAPAFISH community and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I have two replays to show you. Basically, the first one is going to be the Rodger Dodger on Pilsen. And I'm pretty sure we're top tier. Yes, we're top tier. Yeah, as far as I know, top tier. I don't really remember. But anyway, and the second match will be on Profka with the Stark Strv S1. Two tanks that are very bright in colors that are blue and yellow. And this is also during True Vision, which is True Vision Test 2, where light tanks have 100% double the camo, and tank destroyers have 75% more camo than normal. And yeah. So, also +1 -1s here, so very nice thing to have. And I wanted to make the video of the Rodger Dodger and the Stark Strv S1. It's because they're like, I've seen a lot of comments where people were just saying where the Rodger Dodger or like heavy tanks are like useless to play during True Vision. I'm like, no. I mean, heavy tanks are not supposed to be out in the open. Well, they can be out in the open. Like, most of the time, they're supposed to be in close counter combat, where they're always spotted. And they're supposed to be absorbing the shots at the very front of the line. And if they're always spotted, then True Vision really doesn't matter that much. And also, if they're caught out in the open, then they're actually in the wrong place. So that's kind of why I went over here to the right side on this map. I mean, I could have went left, but I wanted to go right to see how good, like, I got spotted, or how many times I got hit while invisible. But pretty much, I only got shot during this entire game when I was spotted, because I got spotted really, really early. And yeah, so I've been playing True Vision a lot, actually. I've played 130 games. 130 games. A lot of them, yeah, a lot of them were in light tanks, but I can say that I played a whole bunch of different tanks during True Vision. I played, what tanks have I played? I played the Rodger Dodger, the Stark Strv S1, PvP 5051, the Scorpion, which is the Tier 7 American Scorpion, the 32A Prototype, the E3, the 50-2, the T-3488, the Tiger P, Hydra, Type 4, ISU 152, Hawk 12, the 5355, the Evil ELC Even 90, which I just bought that tank just because of True Vision. Vanguard, Brazilian Bulldog, Pershing, IS4, Chieftain, Chisel, Bulwark, the Equalizer, the 4005, which the 4005 works really nice in this mode because it gets more concealment, which is very nice for the tank. The Crusader SP, the Dozer, don't know what that tank is. The Chaffee, the Tog 2, the Snakebite, the VK32 OD, Amex Chaffee, the Iron Ring Borsig, the Type 64, the E25 Manicord, and the Batchat 12T. And like the heavy tanks, my survival ratio is pretty good. It's 21% on the Rodger Dodger, which is actually pretty good. Oh wait, that's all time. Oops. So yeah. My survival rates during the during the True Vision on my heavy tanks are actually pretty good in tank destroyers. But like I was saying, I was talking about heavy tanks are usually always spotted because they're always in close counter combat. And I don't know how I hit that light tank right there and tracked him with a broken gun without even aiming that good. But yeah, that's nice. So I was like, okay, True Vision is just normal for heavy tanks because you're just always going to be spotted, even during normal games. And since it's +1 -1, there's not going to be like, if you're not going to be bottom tier, well, 2 tiers down, so your armor is going to hold up even more. So I was like, oh, that's a really nice thing. Even if you do get caught in the open. I did want to have a match on Profka where I just went down the 9-0 lane, if I'm correct. The one in the very open with the Rodger Dodger, and see how that works. But I could just never get a match in it. I was like, okay, after this match, I will pick the Stark Strv S1 and see how that does. And the very next match I get into, I get Profka. And that's the match you're going to see next. And the Stark Strv S1 was another tank where people were like, yeah, that's just going to die instantly because it's blue and yellow. And I will explain why I think that's just wrong. But anyway, that was a victory on Pilsen. Very easy match. Very fun game. Did 3,853 damage. Blocked 2,640. And got top of the leaderboards. And now we're on Profka Night. And yeah. Now I'm just going to turn to this left side. Go sit in a bush so I can be completely concealed. And I don't remember if I said this, but TDs had 75% etcher camo, which is very, very nice. I don't even have a camo crew in this tank. My crew in this tank is not that good. And I also didn't have a camo crew in my Rodger Dodger. So let me actually bring up the Stark Strv S1 crew because I remember it's terrible. It only has Mentor, 6 Sense, and Brothers in Arms. And it's 54% at training camouflage. So I'm like, okay, TDs. What about TDs? The vibrant TDs. The Stark Strv S1 is like the brightest / vibrant one, if you want to say. And I was like, okay, on Profka. Profka's a really nice map to do this on. And basically, I played my TDs normally, like I did on Profka. I came over here, sat in the bush, put my camo in it, and binocs up, and so I can actually snipe these guys over here that come over the middle. So that's how things work. And I've been actually surviving a lot more games than my start in True Vision than normal games. So yeah. So pretty much, if you just sit in a bush during True Vision and you're a TD, you just sit in the bush. Basically, they can't really spot you unless you fire, and they can't visually see you because the bush is obstructing you, but they can see your like gun firing, so they can find you if they're paying attention. So I really like True Vision because True Vision takes a lot of skill into effect. So yeah, I just like True Vision. And I do want to say this first thing. Something I really didn't like True Vision. Didn't like about True Vision. And I didn't know why is that a thing. And the thing was, when you get shot and you're not spotted, you get lit up for a second or two. You get spotted, pretty much. I was like, why is that a thing? Why is that so dumb? Why is that dumb? Then I realized, like, okay, maybe that's a balancing feature for the light tanks or tank destroyers. When I started playing more light tanks and vanguards and stuff like that, and started running out in the open in the enemy territory, just being visually spotted, well, visually seen, but as soon as somebody recognized that I was there and I got shot or I shot back, I would be detected. And I couldn't, like, fire back at them because when you're in the enemy territory with a light tank, you really need to be... You gotta be as concealed as possible, because that's why I try to use the bushes, and I'll try to have a Vanguard game. And probably tomorrow's video. Maybe. I don't know. One day I'll have a Vanguard game during True Vision Test 2. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Where I would just try to stay as concealed as possible. And yeah, try to stay as concealed as possible. But when somebody actually recognized, actually paid attention, actually have map awareness, then I was pretty much dead. Because I couldn't shoot back, because if I shot back, then I would get spotted. If they shot me, I would get spotted. And if I got spotted, I would die, because all enemy guns would turn around and be like, hey, there's a light tank over here, shoot it. And pretty much I would be dead. So, yeah. It's just a balancing feature, realizing this. And I did play True Vision for 4 or 5 hours on Friday, and I had fun. It was a live stream. I had a lot of fun. Just playing True Vision, playing light tanks, playing heavy tanks, playing Tanks Wot, and playing Artie. I think I was playing Artie. I don't remember. And every time I've been killed by artillery that was not, when the artillery was not spotted, my tank, well, the camera view would switch to the enemy artillery that was not detected and show me exactly where they were. So I guess that's like a balancing feature for enemy artillery. So like you would know where they were after they killed you, so you can let your team know that, hey, like, enemy artillery is here, so artillery could focus them, or a light tank could rush in and go kill it. So I kind of liked it because that makes artillery like keep moving, like take a shot then move, take a shot then move, and take a shot and move. I kind of like the factor. And there's a lot of things I liked about True Vision. So I do want to say that True Vision, the first test of True Vision, I didn't really like. I was like, okay, this is okay for like an event, but I definitely don't want this permanent. But True Vision Test 2 came around with +1 -1, which actually made it feel a lot nicer. And the player feedback of the light tanks and tank destroyers is getting a buff and concealment, and the player feedback of the maps. The maps were so much better this time. So you actually had like some maps that were really good for True Vision. And yes, the maps, there's some maps that really do need working on for True Vision, but that's a work in progress. So overall, I really like True Vision Test 2, and yeah, if they implemented this right now, I would actually enjoy that. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also remember to SLAPAFISH, because why would you not? And peace out. See ya.